Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'll be reviewing the United 737-800 by Gemini Jets. This model is in the Continental livery. Now I already have a model basically the same thing as this, but I bought this model because the other one I got, it was first of all damaged, and second of all it did not have the exact type of winglets. The one I just bought here has the split scimitars, and that's the main reason I bought it. So here's the actual aircraft box it came in. Pretty standard for Gemini jets, you know, nothing new. It's got a lot of stuff back here, as real as it gets. We know the deal here. Of course, it's got the information, the pamphlet, but that's basically that. It's nothing much. But we're actually looking at the model today, not the box, so there it is. And once again, I got this model because it was the split scimitar version, so that's the reason I got it. This model cost me around $42, $57 in total, plus shipping and tax and all that jazz. So we'll take a good look at it today. Alright, here's the model. We'll start at the cockpit and we'll work our way to the back of the aircraft here. Alright, I'm just going to use a pencil for this. I'm kind of in a rush right now. So, right here we have the nose, the cockpit windshield, the L1 door. This is very shadowed. The United logo / text, whatever you want to call it. The engines, overwing exits, there's 2 of them. Right here we have an antenna, a Wi-Fi box, these split scimitars, the entire reason I bought this model. Coming to the back of the aircraft here, we have the American flag for some reason. I'm just assuming because this aircraft is American. The registration is on the bottom here. It's kind of hard to see. Pause. I know I didn't say it in the video, but the registration is November 14237. But that's enough for me yapping here. I just forgot to say that, so I'll just keep letting the video play. Sorry about that. The L2 door, the United tail, and the horizontal stabilizers. Now, I do have a couple complaints about this plane, but besides those, I'm just going to keep showing you this. We'll get to that in a minute. Turning the aircraft around here, we have the, well, okay, basically everything is the same here, but the only difference is there is a cargo door right here. It's very hard to see on video, and there's another one somewhere back here. It's also very hard to see on video. I can probably get a better view on the bottom here. That's what I'll do, I guess. Be kind of careful. I really hate putting the planes upside down. As you can see, there's a marking right here for the cargo door, and a little bit harder to see back here, but there's also a marking right here for the other cargo door. Front cargo door, back cargo door. I accidentally just hit the plane with the pencil. Whoops. But that's basically it. Nothing too serious here. Nothing too interesting. We all know the jig. But onto the complaints I have with this aircraft. There is one major one. And Gemini jets, I'm sorry, but it's really annoying. It's really annoying. I did not catch this beforehand, but when I did, I was kind of not happy about it, but I'm just gonna, it speaks for itself. I'm sorry, but it speaks for itself. Can you see these? The wings? Do you notice the wings? That's not how the wings work. That looks strange, in my opinion. That doesn't look right. So, the wings are a lot higher pitched, if that makes sense. They're not exactly horizontal. They're more like vertical. I mean, it's not a 45-degree angle or anything, but it's high enough to where it looks kind of weird. So that's about my only complaint. But besides that, this aircraft is pretty good. I do like the chrome on the bottom. That's just kind of part of United's livery, though. But everything on this plane is pretty good. Very interesting, but these horizontal stabilizers, I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds kind of weird. I mean, nobody's really touching that part, but I guess it's just because it's plastic, but it's very pokey, if that makes sense. It's just really weird. I'm not sure exactly how to explain that, but this plane does look good, in all honesty. I think one of my favorite details is the engines here. I have no clue what type of engines these are, but I do like them. I must say. I mean, you cannot see the inside of them, but they look very good. I mean, I'll give you a comparison. So let me show you this. Alright, right here is the older United model I have. Alright. So let me show you this. Now, you can actually get a better view of the wing, how screwed up that is. That looks really bad, but there's a pretty big difference between these models. First of all, there are a few distinct differences with these aircraft, but I'm just going to point them out one by one. Whoops. Okay, that looks really bad. Alright, but there are some distinct differences here. I'm just going to point them out. First of all, this model didn't have any damage when it came in. This one did, although it was fixable. It was just very annoying to fix. So, okay, moving on from that, though. Engines, complete overhaul. Completely different. I mean, there's no even saying anything. They're completely different. It doesn't even look the same. Second of all, I know it's a little bit harder to see on video, but in fact, but the noses are a little bit different. I mean, the United aircraft on the left looks a little bit, stubbier from the one on the right. I will say that. And third of all, once again, the winglets, even though that's kind of on my part, different, very different. These are split scimitars. These are just regular winglets or whatever. Also, I must add, just because I had to super glue this front landing gear on this one, it definitely looks a lot different from the new one. Also, I'm not sure if this is a new release, but it definitely looks like one. Because this one doesn't even include antennas. This one does, as you can see, like right there. So, despite having a Wi-Fi box, the old one does not have antennas. But those are really the only two differences. There are a few differences I could find. One came broken. That's really not anything Gemini jets can do. Maybe they could increase their model quality, but I did get this secondhand off of eBay anyways, so I guess that's the reason it came broken. But yeah, besides that, both these models, just comparing and contrasting, they look pretty good either way. I mean, of course, you're not looking, for the most part, you're not looking so close up to the models that you're going to see every little detail. So, just because you're not going to see every detail, I'm going to give, I've already rated the one on the left, but I think I gave that like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But I'm gonna rate the one on the right probably a 9 out of 10. I mean, there are a few issues. I mean, the wings are a really big one, but besides that, there aren't many things to whine about with this model. So, that being said, I'm going to move this guy away. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. Give me any example or suggestions I could use for my next model, because I do plan to buy more in the future. I have a hard time deciding what models I do want to buy, but if I get the money, I will give in to some of the models you guys would like to see. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and have a good day.